how about we go ahead and get started with the progress meeting for Prospect Street. Blake is here from Z Contracting, so Blake, how about you take us through the work completed to date?
Teats obviously is done with the exception of a punch list and guardrail. On Prospect, pre-stressed deck set, I believe they poured the deck yesterday and they're starting to form the walls up and sidewalk. We're looking at probably October 16th to be completely out of here.
When do you think you're gonna pour the walls on the sidewalk?
I believe he was thinking, what's the?
Should be
the
Monday
cure?
or
Yeah,
Sunday.
Monday or Tuesday, probably Monday.
You said October 16th?
That's our goal, yeah.
So this week, are you gonna be working on the walls and sidewalk forming, getting ready to pour?
Yep, and then I believe, I don't know what side he's working on, but he's gonna try to prep the grade for concrete flat work and asphalt.
West side.
West side?
West side of the bridge.
And we're being careful not to block driveways or anything right now.
I haven't heard any problems.
Other than the fire.
I didn't even hear about that. See, they don't tell me
Last week,
anything.
there was a fire and the fire truck, the equipment was parked at the edge or foot of the driveway, and the fire trucks couldn't get in and make a turn and get in the driveway to get back to the fire.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that.
Sure, that was Dave.
What kind of fire was it?
The barn burned down.
Gee, I must have been blind because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I don't know if the whole barn burned, but
Yeah,
they,
what the
It's
fire-
gone.
The
Oh,
fire
is
department
it?
told me,
It's
yeah.
gone.
Well, they said it partially burned, but I don't know, I never saw it either, but.
Yeah.
I talked to them.
So we
Yeah,
weren't
right.
there to even move the equipment.
No.
right, right.
No, it was after hours.
Alright.
So just maybe be conscious of where.
I always thought
things
that
are.
the fire department would move equipment if they needed to.
How do you do that? You don't have a key.
You could have accessed it off the north side of the other bridge too. There's a driveway there for that
Oh.
property.
They looked at that and said it was too soft. They couldn't get the truck.
But somebody's been driving in there every day.
Well,
Not a
he
fire
has a
truck.
business, and I think he's been exiting there with lawn equipment and stuff, but a fire truck is something's too heavy.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, they got a truck back there, but not the one they needed, right?
Right.
So after you're done prepping the grade on the west side, I'm assuming you're gonna work on the east side while you're forming or whatever.
Yep, yep, next week. I think he said he needed cure on the deck so we could get to the east side. So as soon as he gets cure on the deck, he can move to the east side to prep the grade.
Oh,
There's not much room on the east side. It's,
Yeah, no, he was right there.
Just the lights are too old.
Mhm.
okay. So if you pour Monday, then you're looking at doing sidewalk and stuff a couple days after that?
Yeah, the sidewalk guy is scheduled for Monday, what is that, October
Fifth.
12th. He's scheduled for the 12th.
Oh, so it's further, oh, okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
sidewalk off the bridge, not.
Okay,
yeah. I'm hoping we pave 15th, guardrails 16th, probably a punch list after that.
Okay. Before you pave, or when your paver shows up, Devin wants to go over a low spot on the south side of Teach Street that's open.
I already told him about that, so he's got it on his radar, he said he can hopefully heat it up and
Okay.
make it green.
Alright.
Awesome.
Anything else on the work plan next couple of weeks? Obviously, you're wrapping it up.
Should be in the home stretch.
Okay.
Jim, have you got any issues still with your driveway there? Getting in and out?
It's on this
Right.
It's on the
schedule
punch
here at
list,
the end, I
right.
think, yeah. Yep.
Work orders, we did this morning get a price from Z to change the class 54 pipe, the locking gaskets. We'll need something on the signs.
We have that, I just
Okay.
have a contract now for Tyler, probably this week's.
Uh, Are you gonna need more staking?
I don't know, is he gonna need grades for, probably for the gravel, probably curb lines? He probably needs curb stake.
I hope that one more trip could take care of everything.
Yeah.
On that east side, there's some radiuses too that are gonna be hard to
Yeah.
put back with the mistakes.
Well, make sure you do a staking request. You have a few days' notice.
I wonder if we can do everything off like one set of stakes, you know, if they give us cuts off of, for back a curb and then enough for gravel and everything like that, we should be able to do it off one set of stakes as long as people don't beat them up too much.
Alright. Well, I'll let you coordinate that with Blake and your request. Anything else for any other information, Blake?
Okay,
I don't think so.
thank you.
So the problems, discussions, conflicts, we talked about last time about holding water, so Devon can work with James P. When they come back out to the site to look at how to remedy that. We had an idea about wedging the west side in to build it up a little bit to get the water to flow, but what we think happened is the crown got carried through that road a little too far south, and it's keeping the water from the west side from sheet flowing over.
Okay.
But James P. is pretty good at looking at things and sizing it up.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
We've worked with him quite a bit. We just want to make sure it gets addressed when they're back here. 'Cause
Yeah.
Getting them back is going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
The guardrail for Mr. Mogul, we looked at it on site with Mike. Since then, Nate and Devon have looked at it. They actually strung some grade. And I'm glad nobody else saw what they were doing out there because it must have looked pretty weird. Yeah, 2 engineers. So they looked at it, they talked about a couple ideas, and then Devon talked to Mr. Mogul about one of them, about potentially filling that area where the driveway is to raise the grade. Most of the issue is if you're coming out of the driveway, you can't see through the guardrail to see anything coming on Prospect. And the guardrail blocks your vision from that, so that was one option. The second one was, can we do something different with the end of the guardrail to bring a radius around quicker so that it ends before the gate, so that when you're pulling up at the gate trying to exit, you can see the guardrail's not through there. And then the third one was something that Devon and I talked about, that I wanted to talk to the village about and Mr. Mogul about. Is there a relationship with the church? And would the church, you think, be willing to grant an easement to move your gate around the corner to come out on the church's driveway instead of out on Teats? That gets you pointed in a different direction, a little further away from the guardrail. Still would probably have to fill that area in because your property is lower than the church's property. So there's at least 3 ideas. I understand that you weren't in favor of grading and filling to raise the grade up in that area.
That creates other problems when we do that.
Okay. So Devon had an idea about the guardrail that him and Nate need to talk through. The issue with moving the guardrail is you have to make sure that there's enough posts on that part of the guardrail that meet the resistance required from traffic hitting it. And because of the angle of the culvert, you can't get the depth of the post when you're on top of the culvert. So if you can get posts off of the culvert, then you can put more posts in to provide resistance. But it doesn't do a lot of good to put guardrail up and then not have enough posts in to support it, because if a car hits it,
They're still gonna go up.
it's gonna be a
Right.
problem.
Right.
That's-
So,
These guardrail pieces are tested in the configuration, and it's to hit parallel, the traffic being parallel to it. They're not meant to ever take a car 90 degrees to it or at an angle.
Okay.
It's not made to withstand that type. So if you, as you start curving that, you lose all that resistance. There's no longer cross sections in that position. So what you worry about is you have high school kids or something being intoxicated or something, and all of a sudden going off that creek and ending up in the bottom of the creek. You know,
Right.
that's what you're worried about on that sense. You want to use them as much as possible in their intended configuration.
so that's what they were gonna look at a little further to see if we could put a radius piece on there, but yet get enough support that it's gonna be adequate. So,
I looked at it from our previous meeting,
yeah,
also, probably not like an engineer, but
Like a
nevertheless.
homeowner.
But there, I know how we were discussing it with the representative from Z Contractors, and there might be another solution there that might be more acceptable to you, and I'd be happy to show that to you if you'd like
Sure.
me to after this meeting.
yeah, we can do it.
It might work out better for everybody,
All right.
just a thought.
Yeah, we can meet back out there again and take a look at it. I mean,
Okay.
we wanna see what we can come up with that's gonna meet your needs, but
Yeah,
it's still gotta meet the intent of the guardrail.
that's exactly what I was trying to do too. It looks as though we can shorten up the distance between posts over top of the culvert with this radius that you're referring to,
Okay.
and still keep, there's 2 posts currently on the south end of that rail, and according to my measurements, we can still get those same 2 posts in if we do it that way. So I can show you more when we meet.
Yeah,
this
well, let's
afternoon.
look at it when we're done and
Okay,
we'll see if we think that's gonna be all right.
sounds good, thank you.
Change the address with mail. Do I have to go to the post office?
The other thing on there, Blake, was removing any debris from the creek.
I told him to do that a week or 2 ago. He said he was gonna get some waiters and go do it, but he still hasn't done it.
There's still some down there, but
I'm going out there now.
Yeah.
they gotta look.
I just don't wanna have an issue with enforcement.
It's possible they could have snuck down there and got it, but I'll take a look. Like I said, as far as I know, it's still there.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, they were still pretty chunky.
We'll get it by the end of today.
So,
And then while I know you're focused on prospect and we want that, when you get people freed up, you can pick away at the punch list items.
I got him coming in Saturday to hopefully pick away at a portion of the punch
Alright.
list. I told him just Saturday, focus on the punch list, so.
So Devin, will they know where the mailboxes are gonna go?
Yeah,
Because you guys agreed on a location and
They're-
I talked to the
All
postal.
set, as far as I know. isn't
Yeah,
it?
they're in there now. The actual order of the mailboxes, I have to discuss with the post office. I don't know if they have to be actually in numerical order going down the street, so they may.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I don't know that,
Okay.
but I want to make sure that that's right. But otherwise, so the general position is set. It's just what
Yeah.
order the box have to be in. I didn't realize your addresses were actually
From
lower than.
north to south.
Which way is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the east side of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's- I kept looking. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay. But,
Well, thank you for taking care of that so quick, I appreciate that.
No, like I said, I know these guys are busy with the bridge, so let me just go ahead and send it in there and at least get your mail going back, so. So, yeah, we'll get it on the other post as well, so they can do that for you.
Okay.
So,
Yep, thank you.
And then, Ed, we talked at the last meeting about that drainage structure on the northeast side of Teets. You were gonna look and see if you had a different cover.
That one was not large enough.
Oh,
It's too small. It's for a precast manhole and it's way too small. There's no lip on it.
alright.
And we have nothing else that I looked all over.
So do you wanna leave that as a grate cover? Nope, no, we probably gotta adjust it vertically. And we can
I
leave
think
it as
just-
an open
I
grate.
think just raise it up, we should be good.
Alright,
You can leave the beehive on there.
alright.
Grass is growing nice around there. It's good.
That's good.
Yeah. We have a hard time growing grass, so
I-
it's good to see it grow.
I know, I've had construction in front of my house, I know that.
It caught quickly.
Yeah.
I think it rained.
And you've been watering and mowing the grass in front of your house?
Always,
You should.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's part of my, yeah, you have to.
Some people don't want to mow it, they're afraid to, when it gets up like this tall, they're like, I don't want to mow it, it's still green. You gotta,
Well,
Or it's still got that straw
The-
net.
the-
the
thing.
straw is
net-
the problem.
and that doesn't go away because mine's still in there. It caught in our lawnmower.
That's
that
that,
first happened.
that's the hang up, is it catches
Yeah.
lawnmowers, catch them,
Yep.
then it wraps up and you're.
Yeah,
Yeah, landscapers told me that once the grass gets up, you're better off to just roll it out of there.
it'll pull a lot of it out.
Yeah, it's
The
meant,
grass?
it's meant to
Yeah.
grow, the grass grows
It's
through
what
it.
it's meant to deteriorate was what we were told. I mean,
It
that was
doesn't-
when we
it doesn't
did
go
North
pecking
Fulton, or South Fulton. I mean, that was
It's-
a long time
It's like
ago.
a 5-year deal.
Yeah, it does, yeah. No, you know,
I
it's
did.
better to be honest with
Roll
people
across
than
it.
just say,
It
oh, it's
takes a
gonna
long-
deteriorate.
Right.
It takes a long time for that stuff to deteriorate. So, I better weed whack. Rather than get your mower out there.
You could pull it out.
Well, you can, but it pulls out a lot of the
Yeah.
seeding then. That's what I found. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but
My grass isn't growing, so I guess I could pull mine
Just rip it out and reseed.
yeah. I think that's what we did, to be honest with
Pretty
you.
simple.
Actually, no, we didn't because it's still weeds.
Any traffic and safety issues? You can't be having any
Yes,
traffic
there's not-
issues.
There really isn't a lot of traffic down there.
So the only person that we kind of had some issue with was Mr. Gloss, because he's got the driveway that's right there, so every now and then it's kind of hard to get him in and out, depending on what's going on. But usually, like Ed said, he uses the north side access, but other than that, been pretty easy.
out. Just kind of gawkers going down to see what
What the
what
new
the new
bridge
bridge
is
looks
like,
like.
yeah.
Maybe some bike traffic, we do get that.
Yeah.
People come down and take a look.
Yeah,
Right.
it's one of the best streets in town. It's quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty right
I didn't have anything else. Ed, did you have anything?
No.
Joe?
No.
That information I sent you with the recap of the project budget, et cetera, is that what you were looking for?
Yes, I do get that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Michelle?
there. No, we're good.
Nate?
I'm all set.
Blake?
I'm all set.
Deborah?
Well, it's on the punch list for just street cleaning.
Right.
Sure did that. We had, one of the residents was out power washing the road. So I mentioned at the meeting, so, yeah.
Hopefully they go gentle on the power washing.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Well, I didn't have anything else. Mr. Mogul, we can meet you out there in just a few minutes.
That's fine.
Alright.
Meet you there.
Alright.
Yep, thank you.
Well, thanks for coming, Jim. It's
Thank
that you've
you.
been able to attend.
We'll do what we can.
Well, you know, it's better to be informed than to, you know, be questioning later. So it's like you can be involved in the process. It makes it go easier for everybody. So,
I agree.
yeah.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah,
Before it goes to you the first time?
yeah, that should be.
Oh, we gotta close so she can turn off the camera.
Oh, I did.
No, just
When the
make-
meeting's
make-
closed.
Meeting's closed.